Hello, YouTube. It's BTM here. Welcome you guys back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. And let's get it. So, today we're talking about Qubic, right? And why you should be CPU mining Qubit, or at least set up a CPU miner to mine Qubic. People are saying Qubic might be the next big thing after Caspa and maybe Bitcoin. And since Qubic is CPU mining, it's kind of covering a whole different aspect. So with Bitcoin, you have the ASIC miners. Caspa, you have actually is getting deep into ASIC as well, and some GPU mining. And with Qubic, you have CPU mining and GPU mining. So it kind of covers the last element of mining, or the last structure that's not already talked about. So let's go to the Twitter page. You can see here there are 60,000.3 followers. So there's definitely a lot of people talking about it or into it. And I have seen a lot of videos, which we'll get to the videos in a minute. But I did want to look at the price. The price is down 8.10% today. Market cap is still, CoinMarketCap has not verified the project's market cap. However, according to the project, it's self reporting accumulates supply as, I don't even know. What is this? That can't be right. Cubics with self-reporting a market cap of what is that? 431 million. So this is 431 million. 24-hour volume is 1.2 million, up 15.2%. And I'm not even sure what this number is, because this ain't even, let's see, thousands, millions, trillions. Can't be right. So maybe this is just a placeholder. I don't know. But then if we look at the price, the low is 0.000004 as the low, with that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, and the high is point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's hay pennies. And I wish I would have gotten a Caspa at this point. But if it does continue to push, all-time low is 0.000002. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and a 2? Excuse me. It's up 135.1%. So keep that in mind, and always buy. It's down 8%. Not financial advice, but be a good time to buy. I personally only buy on red days. So take it how you want. And if you can see last 7 days, it was up. Actually, this is Monday. It was up, and then it's kind of starting to come down again. So it's coming down for you to pick it up. And let's see, for the month chart, there's definitely a lot of green in the week chart. See how it looks for the month. Even for the month, there was some green at the beginning. Looks like it dipped down and came back up. So when looking at charts, anytime it dips down and comes back up, if it doesn't stay down, that's something worth researching. So again, do your own due diligence, right? Don't just invest in it because I told you about it, or stop what you're doing and start mining. I'm in the process of setting up my second miner. My first miner had a problem with the CPU, so I sent it back. So when I get it back, I'll get that one up. And I ordered the first one was a 7900 AMD, and the second one is a 5900. So it should get here pretty soon, and I'll start using that one. So at some point, I'll have two of them up and running. When I do, CoinWatch has Qubic at 362 million market cap. Volume is 624.5 thousand. Volume versus cap is 0.172. Last hour, it's down 1.21. Last 7 days is down 7.21. Last 24 hours down seven. This 24 hours or 24 hours is down 7.21. 6 days is down 6.3. 30 days is down 33.7. 90 days it's up 77%. And again, these are low market caps, so they're always going to be uh, large upswings and downswings because the market cap's low. So it'd be a good time to get in. Circulating supply is 74.4 trillion. Max supply is 1Q. This quadrillion? I don't even know what that is. I guess it's quadrillion, but I think there is a burn setup. So kind of like SHIB, the market cap, the max supply was huge, but then they started burning them to increase the price, which worked. So maybe these guys will do that as well. Total market cap is 362.1 million. 24-hour low is 0.00005 zeros and a 5. 24-hour high is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and a 5. So it does not look like it's moving much, which is a good thing. You don't want anything that's going to dump like crazy. So let's get to some of the information. This is the actual homepage. So this is Qubic.org. Feeless transaction and offline payment verification. Qubic is one of the few layer ones which doesn't charge for making value transfers. Finality ensures that votes from 451 computes the quantum are reliable offline payment verification. So this is actually one of the first ones I've seen about offline payment verifications. Open source, all development is open source and available on GitHub. Um, is that AI Garth? AI on top of Qubics. AI Garth aims to provide true AI open source to everyone. Smart contracts, unique smart contracts with burn mechanisms, and launch via IPO with possibility of passive income. Useful proof of work. Instead of wasting energy of our miners, they perform AI tasks for researching solutions for AI girth. Quandrum, Qubic's protocol for truly finality, faster smart contracts, and decentralization. Oracle, build bridges between digital blockchains environments and the outside world. They provide real world data to smart contracts and Qubic protocol. Available on Safe Trade, Trade Ogre, Seven Seas, and Bitcoin. But as you can see, it's not on any major exchanges, which is also a good plus. I like to get in some of the plays early, right? Before they are on major exchanges. Because when they hit the major exchange, that's when the price pumps. So it's good to get in kind of before that happens. That's how you make the money. But again, this is not financial advice. CPU, GPU powered by hundreds of thousands of miners. True AI. AI Girth aims to be true AI for everyone. Real time data will get real time world and real time data through Oracle machines. Open source AI Girth is live and it will be open source for everyone. Outsource computation with the help of Oracle machines. AI Girth can outsource computation around the globe. UPOW transform computable power into AI training. So it does use AI training models, which is a very good thing. And they said that the founder of Qubic has also released two other projects that were pretty successful. So this is the web wallet, desktop and mobile, and a browsing extension. And we'll go to, I think we already saw the um, Twitter page. Let's see. Da, 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 da. And every Wednesday they have a new epoch, and the epoch is how people get paid out. So it looks like they are on 105 Qubic, innovational UPOW crypto platform that's changing the game. G Meyer, G Empire, I don't know, announced a beautiful crypto gem to his community some time ago, a name that will soon take over the crypto Twitter Qubic. We were the first in the space to announce it since it has been following Qubic. Qubic, what makes the project so special? Let's dive into the project. In our eyes, is going to be one of the game changers in this space. Founded by Sergio Ivan Cheskosko. I definitely murdered that name. The mastermind behind IOTA and NXT. NXT. Um, Qubic's revolutionizing the world of cryptocurrency with its quantum-based computer QBC system. At its core, Qubic's powered by 676 computers responsible for executing smart contracts. The platform ensures reliability by requiring quantums of one third plus or 241 plus computers to reach the same result before considering it final. Unlike traditional crypto platforms to consume massive amounts of energy for mining, Qubic boasts a useful proof of work system that leverages mining capacities for AI training. In addition to its computers, Qubic's features candidates will also contribute to AI training without receiving compensation. A weekly ranking or APOC determines the top 451 performing computers while maintaining their status who maintain their status while remaining spot are filled from the pool of candidates and lower ranking computers. So I'll leave this up here because I'm not going to read all this. This is actually a lot of information. And this is CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is saying why Qubic is the next micro cap altcoin prime for Caspa like explosion. So, as I mentioned earlier, this might be the next Caspa. And since I found Caspa early, I'm just throwing that out there. This is not financial advice. This is just me telling you for entertainment purposes. Of course, everything is compared to Caspa, but I think this has a pretty good shot. Qubic Coin has exploded upon the crypto scene and generating huge buzz in recent weeks. And in just the last 24 hours, the price surged 40%, and over the past 30 days, skyrocketed to a lot of zeros and a three to around, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, to one, two, three, one, two, three, four, three. So from six, there's one, two, three, four, five, six zeros to one, two, three, four zeros. So it actually dropped two zeros, which is pretty unheard of. Crypto investor Braver posted on Twitter that Qubic has become the largest holding, surpassing Cash, and has regretted not investing in more Qubic earlier, saying if he had put the same amount at 0.07 and 0.01 he did as an average price of 400 billion, he would have reached his goal of financial freedom 2 years sooner. So, how to get your hands on the hot crypto? I'm not going to go into that. What makes it so valuable? Powers the Qubic platform. Qubic refers to those tokens as qubits units, which act as a measurable of computation energy spent on executing smart contracts, accessing Oracle data, and other actions on the network. Unlike normal crypto tokens, Qubics are burnt while used. Okay, so that makes sense. That's why the supply is so big. Contributing to a balance between inflation and deflation, every 7 days, Epoch produces 1 trillion Qubics, mostly allocated to computers, the backbone of the nodes of Qubic, the quantum leap for AI and blockchain. In an ever evolving landscape of blockchain technology and artificial intelligence, a quiet revolution is brewing that combines these two game changing innovations into one streamless ecosystem. This project is called Qubic, merging cutting edge cryptographic with AI to pave a path to the next paradigm of computing and finance. At the core of Qubic lies its lifeblood, the cubic unit that fuels the operation, much as gas in the Ethereum network. But unlike Ethereum gas is paid to the network, Qubic's QA are permanently burned when used. This makes them deflammatory by design, interacting inflationary, meaning each epoch. This novel tokenomic structure keeps Qubic economy in equilibrium, direct immense computing resources toward advanced machine learning without wastage. Qubit calls this useful proof of work, anchoring its consensus mechanism and solving meaningful AI problems rather than wasting cryptographic puzzles of older chains. And I'll put this.
I told you that there is a blockchain that combines distributed computing and finance, all powered by cutting edge AI, which as a result eliminates transaction fees and instead increases scalability and security? Well, this is where Qubic comes in. Qubic, also known by the market ticker Qubic, is a layer 1 blockchain protocol that aims to revolutionize cryptocurrencies with its AI training and quorum based computation system. At its core, Qubic aims to remove transaction fees, improve scalability, and increase security. However, Qubic can be best described as a blockchain built for distributed computing and finance, which uses elements of AI to optimize its efficiency. But what exactly does that all mean, and how can Qubic revolutionize the crypto space? To find out, first I need to explain what Qubic is, how Qubic works, and what the tokenomics of the Qubic token are. Founded by Sergey, sometimes better known as Come From Beyond, with the Qubic blockchain itself going live in 2023. Sergey is perhaps best known as the co-creator of IOTA and NXT. Qubic itself is a layer 1 blockchain that boasts the fastest Turing complete smart contracts written in C++. This allows Qubic to execute smart contracts in seconds, and perhaps more importantly for users, it does so for free. Well, not exactly free, but instead of charging a fee to use Qubic, they charge a commission on the smart contract, with the commission size voted on by the nodes that make up its active network. But to really understand how Qubic works, we will need to look under the hood. Qubic runs on a useful proof of work consensus mechanism. Useful proof of work is similar in ways to regular proof of work as utilized by Bitcoin, but there are some key differences. For example, Qubic is powered by 676 computers, also known as AI miners, who are responsible for executing smart contracts on the network. To break down some definitions, the Qubic network is made up of miners and computers. Unlike most networks, the miners are not rewarded for their work mining. However, these miners back the validators, which are known as computers. In total, 676 active computers are rewarded for their work. To keep the network at peak performance, each week a ranking determines the top 451 performing computers. The top 451 of the 676 active total will retain their place as computers, while the remaining 225 will be rotated from a pool of candidates and lower ranking computers. We know what Qubic is and how it works. Let's find out why Qubic is unique. Naturally, the ability of useful proof of work to transform the computational energy expended in the mining process into valuable beneficial outcomes is what makes Qubic unique. Through useful proof of work, the protocol directs this computational power towards the training of artificial neural networks or ANNs, thereby harnessing the network's immense computational capacity for the progression of machine learning. This helps negate one of proof of work's main complaints, which is that it is wasteful regarding energy consumption. Seeing as only one miner can receive the reward under a regular proof of work, that means all the other hundreds of thousands of miners on a network as large as Bitcoin are spending energy to compete in solving a puzzle that only one person's energy was actually required for. Now, under useful proof of work, instead of that energy being expended for nothing, it can all be used towards powering the next generation of AI apps and innovations which require an immense amount of energy to train and maintain their AI models.
Guys, technicals here. It's Wednesday, which means that Qubic just switched epochs. One epoch ends every Wednesday. That's when they stop the mining, snapshot, and take a look at how many solutions you were able to get. If you're into CPU mining and you haven't been mining Qubic, it is quite profitable, and it doesn't really show up on the mining calculator. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been on Qubic, and I know on the weekly switch up video that I did on Monday, I said I was going to Zephyr. But the greedy fingers, they got a hold of me, they got inside my ears, and they tickled my brain. And I decided to stay on Qubic through Wednesday because I was only, at the time when I did the video, I only had one solution, maybe two. But I decided to stay on it and ended up getting 13 solutions. So they all came in the 11th hour, and we just wrapped up the epoch. I just did the calculation. Did it make sense to mine Qubic? Because it still makes sense to mine Qubic because the price is going down, the market's going down, everything's going down. But Qubic is going down insufficient to be beaten by anything else. So we're comparing Zephyr, which is currently always kind of seems to be at the top of the profitability charts. Now you can mine all these other really obscure coins, but with getting them and trading them, is there enough trade volume to even be able to sell them? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth that. So I compare Zephyr. It's the tried and true thing that's kind of always profitable against Qubic. So taking a look here, we just finished up Epoch 104. Comparing it to Epoch 103, we were able to get a total of 15 solutions, yielding about 8.25 million Qubic. This time, 13 solutions, getting about the same. Now, we did get a small bonus for loyalty, which came out to like 6 cents worth of Qubic for loyalty. Like, oh, yeah, thanks. I mean, it's something, I guess. But with Qubic's price drop over the past week, that roughly same amount of Qubic translating into about $43 versus $49. Now I have a 7950X3D, two 7900Xs, and one 5900X. And so in this chart, as you can see, I know the data is all over the place. It does not flow, but I take the total number of ITs that each CPU is putting out and derive a percentage of what its total hash power is versus everything else. And then I just back away from there versus the total profit. Then I'm taking Zephyr's profitability, highest profitability over the past 24 hours based on hash rate .io, because I'm not tracking day to day. I'm just taking the past 24 hours profitability as the highest. So there could be some margin for error in there if Zephyr was, say, 30% more profitable to mine just a few days ago. But ultimately, you'd have to have time to sell it. And if you're comparing apples to apples, I'm only selling the Qubic at the end of the run. And so the snapshot price on Zephyr kind of makes it a little more even. But you're going to have to plug that into your calculator and decide if that's really fair. I don't know, everyone loves looking at spreadsheets on a screen and some guy at a computer talking about cryptocurrency, but I'll try to make it as interesting as I can. Epoch 104, 13 solutions. If we take the cost per day, that's the electricity rate of what it cost me to run these miners. Now, I'm a little bit lower on the total power output, but I do guesstimate high on this because my electricity is cheap, and that puts it a little bit more in line with what everyone else is doing. So the total cost per week to mine each of these individual miners is here. So $2.18 for the 7950X3D, about $2 for all the other ones. So here we see total Zephyr revenue down a lot from last week when we took the snapshot last Wednesday. So down to 90 cents on the X3D, was $1.40 last week. So big drop there. Just comparable drops on the other CPUs as well. So if we would have mined Zephyr, held it, and sold it all on today at Zephyr's current price, would have been good for about $11.21. So if you go over to Qubic, again, we're taking the total ITs, backing it up from there and as the total percentage of their expressed hash power in my Qubic mining operations. And then from there, you take it per week, revenue per day, profit per day, backing out the electricity cost, yielding about $34 in profit. That's profit. That's after electricity by mining Qubic this week. So if we can make it to the exchange on time, that is, and lock all this in, because Qubic's price seems to be dwindling down, everything's going down. So I don't imagine Qubic's going to vault through the roof or anything like that, especially if other miners are cashing out on Wednesday. It seems like there is a noticeable drop every single Wednesday that Qubic comes online. Is he going to do it? Very interesting bug. It was about to crawl over the lens. Tell me you have ADD without telling me you have ADD. Oh, look, a bug. So as a comparison against Zephyr, that's 160% more on the X3D, 337% more on the 7900X, and 45% more on the 5900X. So yes, indeed, it does still make sense to mine Qubic versus anything else, especially in this.
You go. From what he's saying, I agree with him 100%. And I'm in the process of setting the miners up, and people ask me to do more mining videos. So whenever I get the CPUs up or back or running, I'm going to start showing you that. I also have videos you can check out for Caspa mining and GPU mining a lithium. So let me know what you guys are mining. And this is Black Tiger Miners signing out. Remember, BTM is the Army, better yet, the Navy. Shout out the Air Force. And always remember, dance with who brought you to the party. And all that said, I'll let you guys go because we need to let's get back to the money.